everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Check smash! Check smash!
Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hey, smash.
In motion goes the tight end.
Set go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, here's 2nd down at 7.
Come on, set. 60 Bison. Ready.
To the air, Williams. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Liking 18. Ready.
Looking to throw is Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cougar 19.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Set up.
Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 6.
Go!
To throw, it's Williams. Pass incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Go 18. Street, street. Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Throwing is Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here comes Webster. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Go.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Come on, set. Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now 2nd and 5.
Stephanie. Track it, 60. Check go.
Here's Williams. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Ready.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here we go.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Zach Baugh there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense, and I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Brocco 80. Hey, check that. Reload. Hut.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Williams able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Go streets.
Swift going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Hurt.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Riggs. Check go.
Looking to throw. Williams. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Flushed out right. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch at a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Still going inside the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
A loss of 6 brings up second and 16 at the 37-yard line.
Check smash. Check smash. Mustang 19.
Williams now operating from the gun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. On the return, Britton Covey. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for...
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, 73.
From the 42. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
The Bears bringing out an extra defensive back or two. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good. For Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Smash, smash.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
70 Lions. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Working from the gun, Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Ready. Count.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. And it's the Bears looking at first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, smash.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Set up.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set go.
From the 46. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
A draw now. This is Swift, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ready. Break.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set.
They send a man in motion.
Street.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go, Shaq. Rig alert. Check. Panther 11. Go street.
They kick the running back in motion.
Cup 19. Ready.
3rd down. Here's Williams. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This is a 48-yard look for him. Carney's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Riggs. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Here's Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
63.
Running right, it's Barkley. Still working past the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, now the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down, a run with Barkley. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here.
73.
From the 31. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So that brings them to 3rd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the pistol, Hurts. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Let's go. Check smash. 60 Eagle. Hut.
1st down, here's Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Come on. Set. Hey, smash.
They've got a man in motion.
Check out.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Williams set to pass. Kmet brings it in. Oh, this big guy is moving. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Trevon Dexter escorted him to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Hurts. He's got Smith. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. The Bears decide to call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. On 4th down, Hurts. They connect for the 1st. And he moves the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. A handoff left for Swift. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hurt! Riggs!
Staying grounded with Swift. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hey, Smash!
Going to run again with Swift. Space to the left. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Bears can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. Man in motion here. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Great.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. A play fake now hurts to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
63, pass. No touch.
On first down, Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
No contact. Out. No contact.
Trying again, following the sack. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And now they're left with 4th and short.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Bears get this kick, and that spells the end of this ball game. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.